confitio Deo omnipotente, et vobis fratres, quia peccabilis cogitationi, verbo, opere, et omissione, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Ideo preco beatum Mariam semper virginem. Omnes angelos.
Today is May 16th, the Investitute podcast. Figured I'd get you started off with a little bit of a Latin confession. Opere et omissione.
Me culpa, Andrew.
Is it wrong for me to just look at all your Twitter responses to today's halftime report and think, this is great. We haven't had this much action in a while on much of anything. I'm a media whore here.
Yes, you are. We got animated on and it was me that got animated, really, because Stephanie Link, a lady that I respect a lot, and who works for TIAA, only $1 trillion plus manager of cash started out just for teachers and so forth, but it's expanded, and she does a great job with them. Known Stephanie a long time, but for whatever reason, Andrew, I just snapped, and I think it was a combination. Well, I snapped. It was a combination of.
I might have to play this confession thing again here.
Me culpa. Yeah, because it's like we're seeing much of the same news, but reacting different to it. So, for instance, people saw yesterday, of course, that the president, on a meeting last week that was with a private meeting with Lavrov and another representative of Russia, along with a photographer from either TASS or RT, I forget who, and McMaster, which is the head of national security for the United States, and Rex Tillerson, the Secretary of State, along with President Trump. Now, something leaks out about that meeting, and that makes me angry because, this is wrong. I mean, we are talking national security, and something leaks, that means somebody's trying to either demean the office or, worst case, perhaps hurt the security of the United States. Because obviously, if Rex Tillerson and McMaster are in the room with the president, as McMaster said in his press conference today, nothing untoward was revealed to the Russians. It seems, even though we don't have a transcript or anything yet, that most of it centered around information gleaned from either, recovered laptops and so forth in the Middle East, whether it's Syria or elsewhere, or intelligence gathered elsewhere, that there are people that mean to do us harm by putting laptops on planes with a flat C4 built into the laptop so they can blow. It reveals this to the Russians, which is what's alleged. I don't have a problem with. But I do have a problem with the leak and, what the purpose is of the leaker. But anyway, I think it was a combination of that and people telling me what the Trump trade is when I have my Trump trade. Many others could have their own Trump trades. As you and Killer and I have discussed as recently as yesterday. I was on with Kudlow this weekend and I discussed them then as well. My Trump trades are basically JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Merrill, along with infrastructure providers, people that provide the heavy lifting, if you will, Cummins, which is CMI, Caterpillar, CAT, and John Deere, DE. These are my Trump trades. They're up over 20% apiece, many of them up close to 28%, and I don't know that they've rolled over. They certainly did hit a pause from November 8th, the election, through today, but again, they don't grow to the sky. To see stocks up, should they be up 50%? I don't know. But that's for somebody else to decide. But it drove me crazy because, again, very smart lady, Stephanie Link, was arguing with me about the Trump trades rolling over, and I said, no, they didn't roll over. So that was my problem, Andrew.
Oh, I see.
So I mean, in other words,
okay,
I got lit. I got lit from that, and then she's a good debater, so we went back and forth, and several times she cut me off, so I just got louder, which is my own problem, and I apologize to Steph, both on air and off air, for letting it get heated like that. Don't know why it did, but like I say, I think it boiled over just frustration of, this coup that is going on at the White House, where somebody or a lot of somebodies are trying to really flip the administration around. And the fact that people are trying to tell me they know what's in my head when I tell them about the trades that I think are working. So nothing but respect for Steph. And like I say, I was wrong. And not trying to demean the apology. It's a sincere apology to her. But that is, I'm explaining why I was so animated during the show.
Well, let me read a couple of the Twitter replies that you got here.
All right. Please.
Let's see. The kind of passion and conviction from both I'd want to see if you're managing my money, says Born to Bank.
True.
Same investment every week. Those who criticize the exchange cannot do without contradiction. Very unprofessional. One guy said you should be fired. Sonny James D said you should be fired.
Geez, thanks, Sonny.
I would tell her that the N in CNBC stands for Nigerian.
There you go. Well, they were also
take that hat. Take that hate. Okay.
They knew that the apology was sincere.
Sure.
And that I have worked well with Steph in the past and intend on working well with her in the future.
All right.
So it's no lack of respect.
They haven't had this much fun since, what was that Carl Icahn got in with it, with Aiken. Right? Remember
Probably
that?
not. Yeah.
All right. So
I know.
Hate
sells.
By the way, they're selling hate every morning.
Well, just as you said also about quoting some of those tweets, do you want a lame, not argument, but lame discussion of the same things you can read on any other website, Yahoo Finance, Seeking Alpha, wherever? Or do you want a real discussion of, are these stocks, have they really rolled over? My contention is still, although I would do it in a more calm voice, no, they have not. And Steph's contention would apparently be that they have. And for the stocks that she's mentioning, I'm sure she is correct. For the stocks I'm mentioning, I know I am correct. But so I guess that's the difference primarily. But again, apologize for the loud voice, but not for the lack of respect, because I do respect the heck out of Steph.
Okay. So there's a sampling of some of your tweets. Now, on the other hand, we were talking about Trump trades. I've decided that a Trump trade is anything that you're making money on.
Well,
okay.
That's another interesting possibility.
Well, because they say Trump says whatever he wants. I can say whatever I want. So if the Trump trade is making me money, right, then I can act and be like Trump. So it's a Trump trade. And my Trump trade today is AMD.
Well, there are plenty that have. Look at your AMD. I cited that one on the show today too, Andrew. I mean, you and I had the guts when they came out with their earnings and fell.
Bought more.
And fell dramatically. They fell like
more.
18%. And then we bought more.
And bought more.
I bought it down there at 10 something, like let's say 10.50. I don't even remember. And I bought it at like 9.78 or something like that. And I think you bought it better than I did at an even lower price in the nines. But now look at it today. It trades through 12.50, right back to virtually, I think, where it was before the earnings.
It's
plenty
close,
of love for that trade. Yeah. That dog will hunt.
I wrote against some of it on that. What else? What else are we trading? Anything else?
Well, let me see. Today I was trading that MLCO, which is MLCO. Used to be MLCO Crown, remember that?
Yeah.
But now it's MLCO Resorts and Entertainment. Basically, same business. This is, Macau and Cotai and all the rest. This is a play on the Asian read Chinese consumer that is, 99% of their business. And they are, of course, going there. In some cases, they were going there to convert yuan into dollars or other currency. In other cases, they're going there because they like to gamble. And the whales, the big gamblers, the VIPs, are back. So that is why the stock has rallied, and that is why they're buying upside calls. They took some money off the table today, Andrew, and rolled up to a higher strike. As you know, that's one of my favorite trades, to follow people that are smart, that have made money on a trade, not people that have lost and said, I'll give it one more month and, take a loss and then roll it up. That's one way to play it. I like following the guys that were right, and that's what we were doing here.
All right. Well, let's just end it there. I think we've had enough of this. I bet you they play clips of it. What do you think? Do you think Swapner plays clips?
They might. They might.
See,
it was nice that we had enough time at the end of the show that I could get that on-air apology and to Ms. Link, because, like I say, certainly nothing from her. It was just my reaction, and she was nice enough to accept that apology.
Maybe we can do when you come back to Chicago. Maybe we can do a vlog where I beat you or something, like with a pole or something.
Maybe.
Yeah.
By the way, Andrew, you should. Andrew and I are going to be at a Weather Risk Management Association (WRMA) conference at the Hilton, I think, on Thursday.
This Thursday it is?
So this coming Thursday, yeah. So we'll talk about that and hopefully have an update tomorrow for you for a podcast. And as always, you can pick up the podcasts on iTunes or over at YouTube and share it with a friend.